my name is Jamie Kunka. I'm the founder of a company called Lonely Mountain Skis, and we're a Scottish ski manufacturer. We make bespoke freeride skis, and we sell internationally now. First and foremost, I thought it was amazing to see such a challenge based around kind of what I needed. It was very hard actually being a sports product company, and a lot of the other kind of organizations were based around different things. So when I saw that, it was like a green light, and I was just really excited to get into it. So before the challenge, I was kind of at a stage where I had a product, and I had pretty much most of the manufacturing sorted out, and I kind of needed a few key pieces of equipment and sort of know-how to take it to the next level. And then through the challenge, I managed to acquire like a really pivotal piece of machinery which kind of kick-started my launch and kind of brought the whole launch just in time for before last winter. So it set me up and kind of enabled me to start a lot sooner than I could have done before. It's a great title to have, and I've got the medal proudly on the wall of my workshop. It gave me like a huge boost of confidence. It was a really fun challenge, and it felt really inclusive, really well organized and everything. So yeah, it's just a kind of a medal of honor, and every time I look at the machine, I think of how lucky I was to get through it and find you guys. So. I used to build like wooden longbows when I was younger, and so I knew a lot about how the kind of wood bended, and then I did a lot of ski racing before university, and then when I went into kind of the academic environment, I could really have a lot of time to brainstorm and try and create something which was high performance and sustainable. And so I ended up doing my honours project at university about kind of sustainable materials in skis, and then from then sort of springboarded into a business idea when people started asking me if they could kind of buy these products, and sort of took it from there, and then started down a road which eventually led me to becoming a challenge champion, and then finally into launching last November. Definitely this January I sent away to a sort of global competition based around a trade show called the ISPO, which is in Munich, and it's a ski and sort of winter sports outdoor trade show, and they have categories for different types of skis, and I sent in what I thought was my best ski at the time, which I'd been developing for quite a few years, called the Schnechter, and it managed to win the gold in the ski touring category, and so I sort of pipped every other ski company like globally to the post of that award, and went to pick up the award in January, and it was like just surreal. You know, it's something I expected maybe I'd get maybe 5 or 10 years down the line, and it came in the first year, and it was just, yeah, absolutely amazing. It was definitely through perseverance and patience, I think, and perseverance in the way that I built about 15 prototypes. I really made sure the product was ready. Like I was tempted, you know, years before to sell this product, but I kept on refining it, and kind of really held back until I knew it was quite world class. And then the perseverance of doing really good applications, knowing how to sell the product, and knowing how to pitch as well, because I had to do quite a big pitch for it, a big application. So they were really key points. Possibly not to rush it, actually, not to rush into trying to maybe become bigger or quote unquote better. Just to really keep refining and slowly progress. For example, I could have perhaps gone out and looked for investment, but what I found was actually having complete control of sort of the design process and the way I built my business. Took it to where it is today, and actually everything's fallen into place through people that I've met along the way. Like, people will sort of appear and help you quite organically, So say kind of stay in control and occasionally step back and try to kind of remove yourself and see your business on its own, because only then can you see sort of which direction to go in next. You often get sort of blindsided when you're totally immersed in it. I'd say go and look at the market, see what everyone else is doing or has done, and find out their stories, and they'll be really similar to your own probably. And once you kind of lay out the steps to get there, it's actually pretty straightforward. I think that's a big barrier. People, they just don't know how to take it to the next step. So I found it really useful looking at other small kind of bespoke companies who do specialist gear, and kind of looking at how their journey evolved, and then trying to not necessarily mimic it, but sort of have that as a kind of a foundation, as it were.